Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to properly texture not in Blockbench. Now, that might sound weird, but in today's video, I'm going to be using paint.net to texture this mesh. Um, this is a tutorial that has been asked a lot. I did one previously, but it needs an update. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with creating our texture. First, you can create a texture right over here. I prefer clicking the mesh though. Usually some people don't and it looks like this. Click the mesh so it looks a lot cleaner. And with the pixel density, if it's 512, it's going to be more realistic, while 16 is going to be more pixelated. So here you can click confirm, and now you have your texture. By the way, these are the UVs, and I'm going to go over this as well. Um, if you use the seam tool, you can connect certain edges and stuff like that. It's really useful when doing, textures like this, but, well, mostly circular items. But anyways, on to texturing. So from here, you can do like pixel brush, or you could, color the entire object using faces, elements, colors, whatnot. You can make it fully white. You can make some of it blue, whatever. Or what you can do is copy texture, paste it right here. But that's not what we're gonna learn. In today's video, we're gonna be learning how to use Paint.net. So how do I get this texture into Paint.net or Adobe, whatever? Starting off, you want to come over here and save the texture as. Right click, by the way. That's pretty easy. If you already have it and you use it, Paint.net quite often, I think there should use a edit externally thing. And from there, you're able to, go and, texture from there. So I already have a texture, so I'm going to be using something else right here. So with this, if you want a faint grainy texture, here's how to do it. Starting off, go over here and click the plus symbol with the square. This is add a new layer. What you want to do is go into render, clouds, and you could scale it or, to or whatnot. I usually do 95 or something like that with the roughness as like 1 or something, just to make it look more pixelated. But now what I do is I go over to properties, and then I adjust the opacity. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know that. Um, and then there you go. You see how this looks? Looks a lot more grainy, or I don't know how to describe this, but this makes your texture look, well, you know. One thing to point out is that this sometimes doesn't work in all black texture. So I prefer making a little bit of like maybe a lighter shade of black, maybe like a very dark gray. But yeah, in Unity, if you shine a light on an all black surface, it won't shine. It'll just look pitch black. So if you make something like that, then just note of that. But anyways, with that been said, let's just say you wanted like another realistic look to it. What you can do is take an take a PNG like this, copy. I'm just gonna delete this for now. Paste, and as you can see, oh no, it's too big. You can resize it right here. Pretty simple. And from there, you can kind of just like mess around with it if you want. Not only can you multiply, but you can like color dodge or added color burn, which actually looks pretty sick. So yeah, it looks like this. Pretty cool. Now, how do I save this texture and how do I import it to Blockbench? Well, the good thing about this is that once you're done with this, you can just save it and it automatically goes to Blockbench. Pretty cool. But there's one big problem, and lots of people do this, including myself. We don't save this layer 2 texture with the background texture. This is a big no-no. If you save these two separate, independent, um, that's a big problem because you're saving a paint.net file and then it will not do anything for the texture in Blockbench. So how do I avoid this? Well, what you want to do is go over here and make sure you're clicking this layer or the layer above and click merge layer down. Once that's done, oh, by the way, I forgot to show you this. What I also like to do, because Blockbench kind of sucks at doing this, and it takes a while, is flood mode. Make sure that has the sun. Make sure on magic wand, sun is out, and 1%. What I like to do is click the outside, so it just selects this area. Then I go to layer 2 and delete it. What Blockbench tends to struggle on is get rid of all that unneeded space, uh, for I don't know what reason. But yeah, ever since then, I've been doing this tactic. If you want, you can go into Blockbench, image, and clear the unused texture, but it's sometimes very buggy, so I don't recommend it. But yeah, so you merge the layer, and then you save it from there. Easy. Then it should just appear right here. Of course, I'm using a different texture, so it wouldn't work. But yeah, aside from that, that's all you really need to know about Paint.net texturing. I don't think there's anything else to explain. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you texture in Paint.net to make your Blockbench texture look a lot better.